Hello. How are we feeling about the single MIDI of Mount Ordeal / Mount Hobbs that's available on vgmusic.com? I think it's okay. I have nostalgia for MIDI instruments. It's funny that there's only one. Well, it doesn't loop too cleanly, I suppose, but what can you expect? What can you ask for from a simple MIDI file? Perhaps not too much. We will be ready to start here in just a moment. One of my favorite things about MIDI files is that when you stop them, they just kind of... the instruments just kind of... The stopping of a MIDI file is less abrupt, I suppose. Oh, I made error with the chat on this screen. It is, well, let's just say it's thematic to Dark Knight. This is my cool tech that I stole from another streamer in order to try and make the chat more visible. Which I forgot to put all of into practice on this screen. But I made some of the chat shadowy and I made like a second layer and third layer of the chat to add like drop shadow. That's what it is. That's not the right one. There we go. Hello. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. It's the Final Fantasy that is online. One of them. Last time we did this was a little while ago. Hopefully this time my hands won't hurt quite as much or quite as quickly. I have various technology in place to help me deal with hand problems. And, yeah, I guess we're gonna start with Dark Knight stuff. I've heard good things about the Dark Knight quests, especially the level 51, I think? And we're getting there. I guess we might as well just, go. Hopefully all the volume stuff is fine, too. Declaration of Blood. Frey has been watching you, and she is not pleased with your progress. Sorry. I still have a lot of anxiety to work through. I'm beginning to question your commitment, Sucro. You haven't heard the voice since our last communion, which means you haven't taken my lessons to heart. You know I'm trying to help you, don't you? All of this is for your benefit. You listen, but you don't understand. Never mind. You're the stubborn type, I know that. We'll just have to keep at it till you open your eyes. Morabie Dry Docks, that's where we'll head next. Alrighty then. Only communion will suffice. Cool. That's probably fine. No big deal. Just communion with the dark forces. As you do. As you do. I think since the last time I played this, I'm also using a different controller. Since last time I played this on stream anyways. Which should hopefully help with the hand problems, though I did manage to hurt my hands after playing Hamtaro somehow, so I don't know. What are we doing here, Frey? Never much cared for the ocean myself. That friend of mine, the one I told you about after our first communion, we came out here together once. Long story short, we ended up doing something ridiculously foolish and were lucky to make it out alive. I tried to talk her out of it, but she just had to get on that damn boat. Don't be like that, friend. Isn't the maelstrom supposed to aid the small folk when they're in a spot of trouble? So far as it is possible, yes, but such matters fall within the purview of the Yellow Jackets, and they told me to bugger off. Can you believe that? I'm begging you, Sergeant. Wait, is that you, Sucro? I'm a cat. Hello. It is! The legend herself! Forgive me, madam. I never thanked you properly for your service to Limsalomensa. When I first heard Leviathan had been summoned, I feared that... Why, if it isn't that famous adventurer who's been killing primals left and right. Truly, the 12 must be watching over me because you're just the woman I need. I am the victim of a terrible, nay, heinous crime. I was waylaid by Kaikern bandits near the Salt Strand, who left me with not more than the clothes on my back. And what makes you think I give a Kaikern's arse about your troubles? Go and bother the Yellow Jackets, like the sergeant said. I seek worthy prey, not a gang of rats. How could you say such a thing, madam? Without your help, I'm ruined. Fine, I'll help. Spoken like a true hero. So, you know, the rank and file didn't seem so dangerous, but the leader was a mean-looking bastard. But considering the foes you faced in the past, he couldn't possibly pose a threat to you. Shut your mouth and wait here. I'll be back. Interesting things happening in that conversation, I would say. Seems like Frey was speaking for us. If this Kaikern isn't everything he promised, I'll take it out of his hide. Let's make the most of this, Sucro. No style, no guile, just chaos. Mark your limits, then push yourself beyond. Let the darkness guide you and set you free. Well, that sounds, that sounds fine. Probably. Regular. Egg Candler. Weak but plentiful. They may yet suffice. Yo-Yo not afraid? No, Yo-Yo kill you and loot your loots. Well, alright. I think maybe you should be afraid. Just a friendly tip. Tenacious bastards. Right then, the goods. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Good. There's nothing left here for Prey? You doing normal? You having a normal time? No? Okay. Heh. You did well. All that's left is to return the goods to their owner. Prey? Finish it. Finish what we started. Prey? The hard part's over. Now finish it. Okay. That's probably fine. That's not the right person. Bamboozled. Ah, it's you! Were you able to catch up with those bandits? Thousands of gil worth of goods imported from exotic locales. Yes, that seems to be mine, but... Limlane, take me, I can't sell this. Everything's soaked through with Kaikern blood. What did you do? Carve one open and leave him to bleed all over my wares? Hey, I defeated all of those enemies pretty far away from the crate. And if their blood splashed that far, that's their problem somehow? I'm sure it's their problem somehow. I'm ruined, utterly ruined. Madam, I demand recompense for your reckless destruction of my property. I'm a reasonable man, so I will acknowledge that you're not wholly responsible. 50% of the value should suffice. 50%? 50%? I slaughter a gang of Kaikern bandits for your precious goods, and this is the thanks I receive? You spineless sack of shite. I kill your enemies, I fetch your things. I do what your people can't or won't do yourselves. You're helpless, weak. All you do is want and need. I should have left you all to drown in Leviathan's tidal wave. At least then I would have been spared your constant bloody whining. Do not speak to me of this ever again. Pray forgive me my insolence, madam. Tsukro, madam, you have every right to be upset, but... I think he understands, madam. So hey, seems like everything Frey is saying is being heard as Sucro saying it, perhaps? Never again, madam, I promise! Honestly, madam, I don't think you had to... Uh-oh. I mean, I wish I could be surprised by this, but I knew about this, so... We can't keep doing this, Sucro. You must see now what it's doing to us. What they're doing to us. These people. Three options. None of which are particularly great. Never mind them. The voice is all that matters. Yes, you're right. You must hearken to its words and discover your true calling. You are so close, Sucro. So very, very close. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could make you see. But all I can do is guide you on your journey. Time to poke Frey. Boop. With every breath, you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. Whoop. A chorus of voices cries out for a hero, and she comes. She smiles, she nods, and she remains silent. But she too has a voice. I will be heard. Sucro Funk. You stand at the precipice, but do not fear the fall. Cast yourself into the abyss, and you shall soar above, free at last. There are other lands than these, Sucro. Lands where we are not known. Ask and we shall quit this place forever. Surprise! Only when you've renounced everything are you free to do anything. When we meet again, you will give us your answer. Just a little bit ominous. What do you think, Boaster? No opinion. Got it. Our answer. Back to Ishgard once again. Alpino and Tataru have been waiting here for like months. Months and months. In game time, probably not that long. Hey Frey, what's up? Our answer. Frey was here long before you met. Well, that's an ominous description, isn't it? Just a little bit. I knew you'd come to your senses, Sucro. Now let us go. Stagger. If I never see snow again, it'll be too soon. We should go somewhere warm, at least for a little while. Wait for me near the gates of judgment. When you're alone, call out, and I shall join you. A moment later, Frey departs, though in what direction you cannot seem to recall. With the chat mode in say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter any phrase which includes Frey to attract her attention. Great. I love a quest that makes you yell things in public. Frey. Oh, I have to have an exclamation point. Frey. Maybe not here. It's not here. If anyone was nearby, I've embarrassed myself. Wonderful. With the chat mode in say is my least favorite quest objective type. I don't play an MMO to speak words in public, says the person streaming it. Wait a minute. Anyway. Frey, we're meeting in somewhere that's very snow, by the way. Frey! Wait, I know that voice! It's Sucro Funk, the hero of the Scions! Allow me to say what an honor it is to meet you, madam. I mean, by the Fury, the woman who bested Shiva. Every knight under Lord Drillmon's command knows the tale. I could go on, but well, I'll just say it. If I may, madam, we need your help. We've a giant problem, madam. A band of them is taken to... a giant problem. A band of them is taken to raiding caravans passing through Danifan Pass. We think they may be planning to expand their territory. Lord Drillamon wants them gone, but you know how it is. Too much work for too few hands. We need at least 24 knights to clear them out safely. But now that you're here, madam, we have nothing to fear. Aye, while we create a distraction, you can slip past and put their leader down. Without him, they're sure to cut and run. Will you help us, madam? We beg of you. Wait, calm down. We beg of you! I guess. Thank you so much, madam. We won't forget this. Pray accompany me to the past, madam. We can discuss the finer details of our plan there. No. No more. Enough. Uh-oh. You ever get tired of being nice? Don't you just want to go apeshit? Says Frey. Probably. The leader should be somewhere in the tunnels, madam. Once you're in position, we'll launch our attack. If all goes to plan, you should have to only contend with the leader and his guards. May the Fury guide and protect us. Yeah, alright. I can do that. No problem. By the Fury, you really did it! And you made it look so easy! As for us, there were some injuries, but nothing serious. It was starting to look rather grim, actually, but the moment he fell, they sounded the retreat. It was an honor to fight with you, madam. You really are everything the bards say. Truth be told, I've been following your deeds for some time now, ever since you first came to Whitebrim Front. Your martial prowess is widely known, of course, but what I found truly inspirational was your compassion for the common man. How you would risk your life without thought for fame or fortune, how the lowest among us could find a friend in you. Sir! Sir! Is something wrong? It's Lord Drillmon, sir. He heard we were in the field with Sucro and is demanding she come to Whitebrim Front at once. Demanding? What is the meaning of this? Certain allegations have been made, sir. It would seem she was observed conversing with a corpse in the broom. Not that anyone would believe such slander, of course. Eye narrow. A corpse. Whatever do you mean? Surely there's no need for concern. I mean... Okay. Nice auto run over there. I mean, conversing with a corpse? What fools do they take us for? I should warn you, madam, that some of these allegations were made by Temple Knights. You may be asked to surrender your weapon. That's probably fine. Surrender your weapon? After what happened in Ul'dah? They must be mad. Pay attention, Sucro. This could be the greatest moment of our life. Eye narrow. That is, if you could stop denying the truth that's been staring you in the face since the moment we met. Say my name. Say it. My real name. Our real name. Come now, you knew Frey was dead since the beginning, but you didn't care. You had a sword and a soul crystal, but what you wanted was a mentor. A mentor with the gifts and the knowledge, a dark knight who could guide you on the path, who you could aspire to become. A woman who was free to say and do the things that you would not. Even now you continue to deny it. Well, deny me all you want. You cannot deny what we have done. Have I not been good to you? Have I not given you everything I promised? Did I not help you to hear the whispers of our very soul? Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Everything up to now has been your story. And everything after now will be mine. Well... Esteem! Embrace the abyss! Set yourself free! You can't really kill me, you know. Though you'll try, but you'll fall. You may as well put the blade at your own neck. But where would that leave us, Pull yourself together, Sucro! You are stronger than this! Things are certainly coming to a head, aren't they? Friends, really? This is a private affair and you know it. You have any idea how ridiculous you look, playing alone like a wild beast in a battle against yourself? But carry on pretending otherwise, if you'd please. A house divided cannot stand, Sucro. Gravity force. Oh. Slight anticlimax with some plasma existing. I want to know what that looked like. It would seem I underestimated myself. I don't know what that accent was. It would seem I underestimated myself. But no matter. They've borne witness to the darkness within us. To what lies beneath the mask. Sucro! Sucro, listen to us! We will never forsake you, no matter what. We know who you are, Sucro. We know, and so do you. Fantastic display of willful ignorance. Wipe the slate clean. Forgive and forget. Convince yourselves she can be controlled. The warrior of light, our weapon of light. It isn't too late, Sucro. We can still be free. Sucro? So this is your answer? Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. If this is how it must be, then so be it. But know that when you tire of this charade, I shall be here, waiting to take the reins. You only need to ask. Praise Halone, you're all right, madam. For a moment we feared we'd lost you forever. Lord Drillmon made it clear that we will speak no more of what happened. Not that he had to ask, mind. As for your friend, I'm told he will be interred with full rites. May his soul rest in peace. Are you certain you're all right, madam? You seem a little... Never mind. Fare you well. Well... You subdue your dark side for now. That was a lot, wasn't it? Like, I knew beforehand that Frey was actually just the player character. But, that was a little... That was, I didn't know the specifics of how the quests played out. So that was a bit emotional, I would say. Just something about seeing my own character, Sucro, speaking and emoting to herself was kind of a lot. Now, I could continue as Dark Knight, but I feel like I might want less anxiety in my gameplay. I've still got some tank anxiety and healer anxiety and so on. And I'm not confident in my ability to tank right now. So at least for today, and possibly in the future. Well, first of all, actually, let's open this funny box. Oh, I have a table in my inventory. None of this box was actually good for me, but, you know, whatever. What is it exactly? Oh, it's this dumb set. Never mind anyways. So, at least for now, we are going to go back to a DPS class. It's time for Summoner. Now, I have not played Summoner on stream before. And also, Summoner is completely different in Endwalker compared to how it was before. One thing you might notice is the lack of buttons. There are so few buttons on this class. You might also notice Carbuncle, which is adorable. We have seen a Carbuncle on stream before, because I did do the Arcanist questline. Hello, Carbuncle. Also, you might notice we're level 81, and that's because Summoner and Scholar share a level. Now, I might do... If I just main Summoner, I might do Summoner quests on stream at some point in like a New Game Plus sort of fashion. Or I might not. I don't know yet. But perhaps it's time to actually start Heavensward. Like, more for real. You might also notice that I have this other quest on the list. But I have to be at a later point in Heavensward to continue the Summoner drop quest, and that's what that is. So yeah, Dark Knight. Sure was a lot, huh? I might want to check something. I might want to see what the Dark Knight quests say in the journal, or in the, the Endless Journey, or whatever it's called. I don't think Dark Knight quests... Like, some of the... I think it's some of the much later ones that definitely change depending on whether or not you are a Dark Knight when you read it. But I'm curious to know if this one does, or what this one says in any case. So, oh, geez. Even if this isn't different, it's in a different, like... It's written very differently in this first paragraph. Frey knows what's best for us, so we will do as she asks. We'll wait for her outside of the gates of judgment and say her name so she knows we're here. And then it switches perspective on the second paragraph. Sort of. It keeps switching, actually. Like a pair of knights hailing from White Brimfront overhear your summons and recognize you as the Warrior of Light. Seizing the opportunity to exploit the good nature of the fool who could not wait for her comrade and put this nonsense behind her forever, the knights convince you to help them deal with a band of giants. Head to Danifin Pass and get it over with. Okay. While your courageous new friends distract the dross, you will seek out and slay the leader. What a brilliant plan! Nothing like the countless other times we slew someone else's enemies. You killed them. Well done. Can we go now? Serve, save, slave, slay. You struggle to hear the knights of the over the pounding in your head. It would seem that Lord Drillmon has summoned you to Whitebrim Front to discuss allegations which have been made against you, including the rather disturbing charge that you were observed conversing with the corpse. Nothing for it, then. Journey to Whitebrim Front and kill them all! Darkness dwells within us all, but few are forced to confront it as you are. One moment Frey stands before you, and in the next it's your twin. As you wrestle for control with your dark side, the voices of Whitebrim Front cry out to you in support, even as your own voice belittles your struggle. And then as quickly as it began, it ends. Your soul is in your keeping once more. By Lord Drillmon's command, none will speak of what they saw, a gesture you find more comforting with every passing moment. Even after regaining your faculties, your memories of Frey are still muddled. And though your dark side has been subdued, it remains your constant companion, yearning to be free, yearning to set you free. You need only ask. Damn. Even the writing here was worth checking. Now let me just quickly switch to Dark Knight and see how different that is, if at all. Sorry, Carbuncle. Seems the same. But it's definitely written different than, like, all of the other ones. Even this one. Okay. I'm sure that's all normal and fine. We could continue Dark Knight quests right now, but, as I said, I think I need to relax a little bit in gameplay. Big cat sitting on something you're trying to use energy here with this Carbuncle. Carbuncle, I'm trying to read the newspaper. Please, Carbuncle. Not relaxing Dark Knighting, relaxing Summoner. Tanking still makes me anxious, I suppose. Healing also. I don't have enough confidence. There is part of me that does want to continue as Dark Knight, despite everything. Probably the dark side, I suppose, but you know. Also Carbuncle. I don't know. I feel like Summoner is the most canonical class for Sucro, probably. And Scholar. Look at her read a book. Look at Midgard Stormer read over her shoulder. But, I really do not know. I don't know why I looked at my glamour plates. Also, one of them only has glasses on it for some reason. Maybe? Maybe we'll try it. I didn't promise anything about continuing as Summoner, I guess. I guess we can go ahead and do a few of the Heavensward level range Dark Knight quests, then? I have changed my plans. In the middle of a stream, I guess. Well. I do really want to know where the Dark Knight story goes, and I do want to overcome my anxiety. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. The Wages of Mercy. I did do some of that, actually. And that does remind me that I was showing some of the duty support stuff. But I should start the Heavensward main story. I shouldn't just be here forever. Shifting uneasily from side to side, the Temple Knight struggles to meet your gaze. Also, hey, that's the same sword and armor that Frey had. Also, this is still level 50, actually. Huh. It would seem, madam, that my comrades have misjudged you. I realize this now, having witnessed the lengths to which Lord Driddlemon would go for your sake. Or will go for your sake. Also, I feel like I'm pronouncing that name wrong still. Aye, there can be no doubt that you're a true friend to Ishgard, which is fortunate, as we have urgent need of one of with your skills. Pray accompany me to the Behemoth's dominion at once. I guess this isn't the... I was expecting this to be like the level 52 Dark Knight quest, but this is still 50. So there's more. Maybe. There's a demon among us, madam. A fiend which cannot be suffered to live. Lord Driddlemon may be willing to let a dangerous vigilante roam free, but we are not so foolish. What sort of hero maims and murders knights sworn to the Holy See? None I know. Wait, are you ignoring what I guess you were told explicitly to not mention what I just did while under the control of the dark side, but you know, that's fine. Oh, you're talking about me. Okay, I thought you meant someone else for a second. A heretic you are, and a heretic you shall die! Well, I'm sorry to inform you that no, you... Sorry. Should have expected this, really. Vile fiend, do not think you can conceal your true nature from them forever. We will expose you for the abomination that you are, I swear it. Wielder of dark arts, consort of dragons, I will bring you to justice, even if it costs me my life. Hey, I've not really interacted with dragons that much yet. Nobody can see Midgardstormer except me, also that doesn't count. Shall we oblige him, then? Who's this? Well, are you going to kill him, or shall I? You're one of them too, aren't you? This is the part where you beg for your life. Leave these lands if you value your lives. We will not show you mercy again. Who's this? I pray you do not make a habit of following men plotting to kill you into secluded areas? Or did you learn not from Frey? Wait, what? So you do know of him. I thought him fallen at the trial, but then I heard whispers of a woman seen wielding his sword in battle. So tell me, what became of him? How did you learn the arts? It's a long story. By the gods. Well, now that I think on it, 'tis not the first time I've heard such a tale. We who consort with the darkness are never truly whole. There will ever be a part of us yearning to be free. We trained together, Frey and I. His was a strength beyond reckoning, but alas, it was not enough. Warms my heart to see that you carry on his legacy. That you've learned as much as you have with only his soul crystal to guide you bespeaks your potential. Bye. There is a matter I would discuss with you, but not here. My name is Sidurgu. Pray look for me at the Forgotten Night in Ishgard. Alrighty then. Seems legit, I would say. Something that's cute, I think, related to Dark Knight, is that in each expansion, the trailer Warrior of Light has had a specific quote-unquote canon job. In a later expansion, Shadowbringers, that job is Dark Knight. And in the most recent expansion, Endwalker, that job is Paladin. And Endwalker is extremely Final Fantasy IV as far as I can tell. No spoilers, please. So it's a cute little, like, remember when Cecil did that? Remember when Cecil become Paladin at Mountain? Also, now that I've decided to continue as a Dark Knight, it is less appropriate for me to have played the MIDI of the Mountain music at the start. Whoops. Oh, I guess we'll see where that goes. Who is this tiny child? Are you a friend of Sid's? Oh, Sid, huh? Given the circumstances under which you embarked upon this path, I fear you do not yet understand what it means to be a Dark Knight. The first of us bared steel against one of the clergy, this is true. He sacrificed everything he once held dear in the name of justice. So must all who would walk in his footsteps. That doesn't sound possible. That doesn't sound true. But, you know, it might be. Who knows? By the way, how is the text on screen looking over there? More visible? I hope so. Mayhap you think this will earn you the love of the common man. You are wrong. To many you will forever be a criminal, a fiend who sows chaos and discord. These people will listen to the lies of our enemies. They will do their utmost to cast you out, or worse, as they did to Frey. If you are not prepared to deal with these consequences, then surrender your sword and soul crystal to me now. Nope. You claim conviction, but your actions speak otherwise. You spared a man who tried to murder you. Mercy, some would call it. Idiocy, I name it. Aye, that's right. I followed him and gave him the mercy he truly deserved. Look at me, Sucro. Tell me what you see. The first Ishgardians to encounter our Ra saw Dravanians, We had fled Garlemald's armies, only to come to a land where we were mistaken for another nation's mortal enemy. They bared steel and came to kill us, but we did not die so easily. We spared them and sent them on their way. And how do you think they repaid our kindness? With fire and blood, Sucro. With death for every man, woman, and child. Make no mistake, these are the wages of mercy. If you would walk the path, then you must accept this truth, for your enemies already have. Well. The next Dark Knight quest will be available right now, because I am level 55. The Knight and the Maiden Fair. Ooh, I get to salt the earth now. Cool. I love salt. I see you yet walk the path, Sucro, and it's well that you do. Cool music. This is a matter I can discuss only with another Dark Knight. Swear to me that you will speak of it to no one else. Thank you. I shall begin at the beginning. Our master in his final moments spoke to Frey and me in riddles. A heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns, thence comes the darkness to consume. Yet even in the depths the flame endures. Submit to the flame and harness the abyss. What is this, Dark Souls? Those are Dark Souls keywords. I know about video games. Frey and I did not understand his words. We hoped their meaning would become clear to us in the course of our duties as Dark Knights. And so we carried on, following the creed, until one day we found her. ... Go on, Rio. She can be trusted. All right. Halone's blessings upon you, miss. Right then. She was fleeing from a unit of Temple Knights at the time who were clearly intent on doing her harm. Needless to say, Frey and I took issue with that and chose to intervene. We went to ground after that, but Frey was caught out in the streets while fetching supplies. I cannot protect her, Sucro. Not from the Temple Knights, not by myself. I'm not even sure why they seek her. Only that should I fail, her life is forfeit. Help me, Sucro, and I shall share with you my arts. And when we've reached the limits of my knowledge, mayhap we can unravel the mystery of my master's final words together. I can offer you naught else. What say you? Nod. Then it's settled. We shall both serve as her guardians. Don't you have something to say to Sucro, Rio? ... Talk to her a little. Ask her about herself. People are applauding behind me. Yes? Why did the Temple Knights want to hurt you? They said I was an abomination. That I had to die to atone for my sins. Where are your parents? What do you think of Sidurgu? He doesn't talk much, not since Frey left. Sometimes he hardly speaks a word. Other times... But I know he would never hurt me. I don't like the sound of that. Excuse me, Sucro, was it? You'll look after Sid too, won't you? Nod. Thank you. That puts my mind at ease. Right, that's enough of that. The more important matters. Like I said before, I'm not quite sure why the Temple Knights are after Riel. They seem to believe something is wrong with her, but for the life of me, I cannot imagine what it could be. However, there may be a way to find out. The other day I overheard a curious tale from a House Halionart knight that recently returned to Camp Cloudtop. He spoke of Vanu healers who could see their patients' ether. So skilled were these healers that they could diagnose ailments at a glance. It may be not more than a fantastical tale told by a man in his cups, but even so, there's a chance that we could learn what, if aught, ails Riel. I dare say we must take it. Let us go to Camp Cloudtop and begin our search for a healer there. That's a place that I don't have access to yet. So I do have to continue the story. The main story. Seems as though it will be interwoven with my escapades as a Dark Knight. Also, my throat hurts already. I have not done voice of dialogue in a while, I guess. My physical form and its weakness. Well, I suppose we should carry on then. We should carry on. What's going on over here? Gods, I feel like a child in a giant's castle. I haven't voiced Alphino for like half a year. From afar, the spires did not seem so tall. And he sounds different now, so I don't remember. Greetings, Mistress Funk. On behalf of House Fortom, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence at his residence in the Pillars. If you would all come with me... Alright, here we go then. Finally, starting Heavensward for real. A throat lozenge would be a good idea, I bet. I don't think I have any. That's the summoner quest. That is a good point. If I had some, which I don't. I haven't had those since I solved my sinus problems, mostly, I guess. Yeah, that's never occurred to me either, honestly, somehow. Maybe we do have some somewhere. Maybe I ought to look. To look upon the splendor of these heights, one would little suspect the ruin wrought by the wyverns below. Is it just me, or is the air up here different? You can almost smell the wealth and power. Gods, it's making me feel faint. What helped with sinus in the end? That was, I was prescribed 2 nasal sprays, and they just magically fixed everything. Which kind of pissed me off, to be honest. Because it was so simple the whole time. And yet, it took years and years of my life to get anything. It's Haurchefant. Yay, Haurchefant. The warrior of light and her brave companions walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this day. Allow me to present to you my family home, Fortomp's Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathered to receive you. Come, my friends, introductions must be made. That's fair. That's fair.
My lord, I have returned with the Scions.
Alright, here we go. Now I can get a foothold on remembering what the voices of characters sound like. Yeah, I stopped talking about it because it magically solved everything for some reason. I guess.
I hope your journey was not too taxing.
Rest in peace to this man's voice actor, who passed away within the last couple years, I think.
I, Count Edmond de Fortomp, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortomp, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Fortomp.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies. Don't you think?
I got mentally derailed a second because he said the closing of our borders, and I just thought of the Borders bookstore that I believe closed down and doesn't exist anymore in most places. But I'm just imagining Count Edmond du Fortomp talking dramatically about the closure of a bookstore now.
Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
I hope you like house politics. By the way, welcome to Ishgard. At least this guy's
Then there is
nice.
naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
As long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors and don't slaughter a billion temple knights. Cough. I'm sure it will be fine. One good thing about playing the story of this game is that I'm glad this emoji is getting use. This emote, rather. One good thing about playing through story-heavy segments of this game is I do get to rest my hands, which have been prone to pain recently. Let's talk to everyone. So this is what the inside of the manor of a high house looks like. To think Lord Hoshafant was raised here. So what do you think? Be honest, it's great, isn't it? As I said before, my home is your home. After all you've done on our behalf, it's the least I can offer. I hope you're ready for these two. At least one of them is a huge asshole. I think this one's okay and this one sucks. I forget. Greetings, Scion, and welcome. We are honored by your presence. They'll be whispering about you soon if they aren't already. The mysterious guests of House Fortomp or some such. And what do you have to say? It is an honor to have you with us, Mistress Funk. I can challenge you to a card game instead of playing the story like I'm supposed to be doing. Taking in the sights. Let's learn about Ishgard with Alphino. Though our friends in House Fortomp have been generous enough to extend us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper that we learn about our new home so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and the taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to hear small talk. 'Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall of course do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There's something I must give you ere we part. The documentation is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. These documents identify you as wards of House Fortom. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortom, but let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Sucro, Tataru, the city awaits. Let's go! And so we did. Let's take a tour of the city. I confess, it's long been a dream of mine to visit Ishgard. To my childish self, her towers, bridges, and cobbled streets seemed akin to something from a fairy tale, and I've never quite outgrown the fantasy. I'm glad I have a map. Thank you, Tataru. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you to the Hoplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. I shall then show you around the jeweled crozier, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services, before descending to Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If there are no questions... Very well. Ishgard is a very nice looking city, I will say. I like the aesthetic of the place. It does have a lot of issues though, which I'm sure we'll get into. We absolutely definitely will. The Holy Vault, where Archbishop Thordan VII rules from on high. They're awfully fond of statues, aren't they? Hey, what if I took up sculpting? I bet you could make a fortune in a place like this, and we need every gil we can get. They do like their statues in Ishgard. The Hoplon, so named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues to the south, are they perchance Thordan's famed Knights 12? Nod. Very good, Master Alphino. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thordan I to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there's much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the Jeweled Crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elise, our master of the markets. Pronouncing French names will slowly destroy me, because I know I will be getting every instance of French wrong, most likely. I miss my carbuncle, who was only on stream for a brief moment. But there's another one over there. Not a single scorched stone in sight. To watch these merchants going about their business, one would think the dragons had never attacked. If you want to buy something, let me do the talking. I could haggle for Ulda. I present to you Mistress Elise. Mayhap you would like to say a few words? Well, you're certainly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Immediately invokes the name of House Fortom. Ah, wards of House Fortom. How very interesting. Count Edmund has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable? Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever your desire, it can be found at the Crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you soon shall see. Our next destination is the Aetheryte Plaza in Foundation, if everyone is ready. Tataru is the only one who remembers to politely wave at people, evidently. Suppose I can make my way around this way. The music sounds so peaceful here. Less peaceful here. More, dramatic. Hmm? Oh, I've already attuned myself to the Aetheryte. I trust you have as well. Do you ever get a funny tingling feeling when you attune to an Aetheryte, or is it just me? No? So it is just me. And here we have Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you've yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. I did actually forget to do this after I first got here, but we're good. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? The Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There, our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and the east can be found the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly, while to the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area. Hello. And why is that? I fear our knights might not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphino. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You misjudge me, sir. I am no lord, but a humble traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have ye? Take a turn down the hoplon and gawp at the statues? Well, if you have a mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink at the Forgotten Knight if your nursemaid'll let you. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pray pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Sucro. There are few sources of information more abundant than a bustling local hostelry. Not that I would expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? Nod. Then I'm coming too. Well. So, if you didn't gather from our brief forays into this area during the Dark Knight quests that we've done so far, I would say that Ishgard has a significant problem with a discrepancy in quality of life, wealth, safety, and happiness, and so on between the classes. There's a bit of a social hierarchy issue. Basically, there's slums and shit sucks in this city. It's Ul'dah too! Da 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 da! Mayhap one drink would be... No, I mustn't. Alphino, you're like 2 years old. Yes, I've got a good feeling about this place. Once more, I must urge you to reconsider. There are several gentlemen who appear less than pleased by our presence. Must say, this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments. Master... Gibrilon. Just Gibrilon will do, and I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink hereafter, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but notice a difference between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs where we offer a menu more suited to their tastes. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lowest levels, yes? Why do they call them the broom, if I may ask? 'Cause when the weather's foul and the broom rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living at the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about that mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below, and something sharp in your boot just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphino, I think it would be best if we return to Fortom Manor. Go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Miss Tataru, I'm afraid that's out of the question. My lord the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alphino. This tavern's full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own? Oh, please. Do you know how often I looked after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. Well, that settles it then. Tataru, Sukro and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will! I like how we're just basically ignoring what this House for Tom guy is saying and just doing what we want. Especially because everything he's saying is don't interact with the poor people. Like, fuck you, man. Don't be a jerk. The nighttime music here is also really, really good. This is the kind of music you could fall asleep to. Yeah, who'da thunk it? This music a little bit less, I would say. The Sea of Clouds. I wonder if they actually let me go to any areas before story progress. I don't know. I guess we'll find out eventually. But I'm gonna take a little break. I will be back soon. Hello. Don't forget to take breaks now and then. It's important. That said, that was probably a little bit long. I don't know. I didn't check in time. But we're here now. Welcome back to me, I guess. Let's go back to the Fortom Manor. See what they have to say around here. Ah, an additional small child has appeared. Ah, pray do not concern yourself with me, madam. Is that? Aye, that is the smell of mead. Newly come and already sampling the delights of our tavern. Oh yes, I like you. I like you a lot. Hey, I didn't have any... We just happened to exist near it. How do you find our city? Beautiful, is it not? Tell us then, Master Alphino, does Ishgard meet with your expectations? That which I imagined pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. And when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Well, I'm sure we're gonna go into details, but there could be reasons for that. Dragons have a different perception of time than the humanoid races, I suppose you could call them. But we'll get into that. Sir Emmerich has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There's much to be done, yet, alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you've done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. Nod. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphino. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation. Yet, let or lin. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I've heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. Nod. As for you, Mistress Funk, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as herself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Artorial and Manolane in their duties. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station, and show Mistress Funk the respect she deserves. This is the woman who slew Gaius von Baelsar, and some half-dozen primals besides. She's not here to steal your glory, or serve as your errand girl. If you can pardon them for the impropriety, Mistress Funk, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. Nod. My thanks. Fury willing, they may even learn something from you. Great set of people to have to deal with immediately after suppressing my Dark Knight, Dark Side that wanted to kill everybody because they kept asking me to do random stupid bullshit. And now we have to deal with random stupid bullshit, probably. I'm sure this will go well for everyone involved. What do you do? I received a free company invite. This keeps happening. Echo's Dream. Order of the Echo. 18+ content warning. No. Okay. Congratulations for getting rejected live on stream, I guess. What else do we have around here? Forgive me, Mistress Funk. I was unprepared for my father's decision. I look forward to working with you, Sucro. It's going to be grand. Please look after Lord Emanelaine, Mistress Funk. 'Twould seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortom has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think on it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Great. Sounds great. Sure, it's fine. Now it's time to help some jerks. We have a choice. Do we help Artorial or Emanelaine first? Or maybe both? Well, I guess this one will work. Let us begin anew, Mistress Funk. I am Sir Artorial de Fortom, eldest son of Count Edmund de Fortom. You will forgive my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Pashafant has spoken of you often. If you are even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of houses Durandare and Dismail. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak of that more anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables and Foundation. Can I accept both of these quests at first? Or, yes, I can. Shall we be off then, old girl? Ah, but where are my manners? Emanelaine de Fortom, second son of Count Edmund de Fortom. Trueborn, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. We're ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true. But who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance forever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old girl, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artorial. Ambitious, I grant you, but I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Ha ha ha. Oh, don't look at me like that. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Halionard. They have been steadfast friends to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. Actually, I should do this one first. I should do this quest first, because... well... because it's going to the place where the Dark Knight quest also is. That's why. It's just simply more efficient this way. Also, we can get this jerk out of the way. Because I think he's worse than Artorial, if I remember correctly. Mail? A message in the mail for me? Well, I'm not near a mail Moogle that I could check, I think. Actually, I think I am. Maybe? Hold on. I see one. Who knows? It could be an important message. Ah, Rika sent me chocolate. Like, you know, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Rika, for your chocolate. I will eat it right now. Classic Rika maneuver. Right then. Onwards to this way. Onwards to this way. As they always say. Commonly. Everything's been taken care of, old girl. Simply tell the attendant when you are ready to board and away we'll go. Ah, my lord, there's still the matter of the bill. The matter of the bill. Are you ready to depart, madam? The airship bound for Count Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. Yep. Welcome to a cool area of the Heavensward set. Shortly, that is. We saw it briefly in the opening movie. Also, this panning shot being at night is not super clear about everything. The Sea of Clouds. Floating islands in the air.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. to a fledgling outpost within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows. She came.
I really like the Count's narration that happens in this part of the game. It's a nice touch. Yeah. And hello, welcome. It's definitely feelings. It's also kind of like feelings to be in this kind of area again. It's been a while. My lord, you mustn't wear your belt so loose or you'll trip over your own sword. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Kurthus may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. Well, I'm wearing a coat, so we're good. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, silent persona all of the time, you know. Never mind, we need to find Lady Lanite. Sure, she's in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. I don't know how to say names in the fantasy world. So, I believe... Yes, indeed. Our Dark Knight friend is also here. Right then. The Vanu are not wont to parley with outsiders under most circumstances. However, they may be willing to receive us if we come bearing a suitable offering. I'm told they use Gastornis feathers in their rituals. Mayhap that would suffice. Sucro, I must ask that you prepare our offering while I look after Riel. Once you have it, we can journey to Vandu Okbendu together and entreat one of the healers to examine. Please take care, Sucro. So, might also be worth noting, now that we are in Heavensward areas, we have lost our flight privileges. They must be earned area by area, starting now. Back when I first played this, you could not fly in Realm Reborn areas. But they added that as like a global unlock after you clear the story. So while I could fly in those areas, I cannot fly here. In order to fly, we are going to need to collect ether currents, which are scattered throughout the map and also attached to some side quests. There is a compass you can get from somewhere. Yeah, we haven't learned about ether currents yet, I guess, so we can't actually browse for information about them. After making mock of your loquacious nature. Thanks, Lord Amanalaten. Well. These areas, of course, become much easier to traverse when you do have light later on. Now we can see this is the native habitat of the Galacat, among other creatures such as the Gastornis. A big old bird that we have to beat up. Ah yes, we can also hear now. Each expansion has its own battle theme. Up until this point, we've been hearing the battle themes from A Realm Reborn, and this is our first glance at the normal battle theme of Heavensward. It's a good one. You might not be able to hear it over Dark Knight sounds, but it's a good one. Hey, they put my bird to sleep. That's very rude. Also, Galacats do in fact make cat sounds when defeated. They go meow as a cat would. Not my best cat sound, but Boaster, wake up. Boaster. Boaster woke up. It's fine. Also, that stock cat sound is here. It's important to have the stock cat sounds in your video game, I think. I do like this area. Honestly, it's nice to not be able to fly in some ways, because we can just, like, enjoy the scenery more. Right? Oh. I have to go over here, actually. Oh, I have to go over there, actually. That's quite a ways away. Okay. We, wonder if we can get over there, actually. We might not be able to reach there quite yet. I am unsure. Cool plant life. Oh, you can stand on it. Check it out. I'm standing on a plant life. I guess we might as well talk to, Laniate? Laniate? Laniite? Lanite? Lanite? I don't... Elf? Lady? Mistress Funk, welcome! I'm Sir Lanai de Halian, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I've long dreamed of meeting you. I'm in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Ah yeah, remember that. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I've been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Helone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and call upon her generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I've done to deserve this double blessing. Nod, smile. Ahem, 'tis a pleasure to see you again, my lady Lene. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose, equally at home on a battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord Emanelaine, if it's not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Mistress Funk. Also eat shit. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it's currently undergoing repair. What's worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we've had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mistress Funk. Nobody likes this kid. For good reason. Yep. While I understand Count Edmund's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it's entirely possible he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he'll make a mess of things. Tell him I'd like him to keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Then when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it's his responsibility to keep Emanelaine from shirking his duty. I must say, is it me or is the air here a bit, A request from Lanite? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing but a few yalms away. Oh, never mind. What is it? A mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. A mission? Yes, of course. That's why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Ah, Mistress Funk. I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Anna Roy, and I serve at the pleasure of Lord Emanelaine. Lady Lanite would have me accompany Lord Emanelaine on his mission? Ah, I understand complete. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you're more skilled at this than most. I suspect you've had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. I would say that's true. Now that Emanelaine is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with Vanu Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we'd just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. but words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Marielle. She could use your assistance. Very well, Marielle. I think proceeding along this quest line will get us closer to where we need to be for the Dark Knight also. Hello. Sorry to destroy a cat, but I was attacked without provocation. Mistress Funk, I presume. Lady Lenite. Lady... I don't know how to say that name. Laniate? Lady Laniate told me you were coming. I hear you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the Floating Isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless that Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill or drive them away. Okay. I guess I have no choice. Birdmen! They're here. They're hooting. Also, this other bird is here to cause trouble. Get out of here, rude bird. Okay, this time I attacked the cat first, but I would have been attacked without provocation. Meow. Ah yes, Paisa were also introduced here. This creature. Many people seem to like the Paisa. I am largely indifferent towards the Paisa, but you can get a giant Paisa and cling to it and fly around if you want. I am feeling like the sound effects are too loud compared to the music. It would seem I'm correct. Kupo. Let's adjust things just a little bit and see how that goes. It is kind of refreshing to actually have to, like, deal with the random encounters, essentially. Not random encounters, but deal with encounters at an appropriate level. So maybe it's a good idea for me to continue with Dark Knight for that reason, rather than just blasting through everything as summoner. You steel yourself for a mighty strong struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. I'm having difficulty saying words correctly today, not just names. I suppose I am a little bit out of practice. Hey, I've almost fought enough enemies with Boaster to get some Boaster experience. Neat. Now, okay. We have many places to go. Now, if I do stick with Dark Knight, there's a good chance I will accidentally overlevel. So, the thing I just said a while ago might not continue to hold up, but you know. Well, we've located all of the spots we were supposed to. Let's see if I can get over here and find the continuation of Dark Knight. It has been a long time since I navigated this area, and an even longer time since I've navigated it without flight. So I'm sure this will be interesting. It is a really nice place scenery-wise, though. Giant floating pine cones and stuff. Whatever. It's fine. It's pretty regular. I forgot that this area and the other area that Artorial would have sent us to were at the same level range also. Like, I thought this was after that one, but no, I guess they're at the same time. I wonder if I can even see ether currents yet. Probably not. I feel like you don't get told about those for a while. Hello, Vanu Healer. What mistral gale blows netherlings this far? Away with you, away! I have feather... I have an offering. Galicat. Gastornis feathers? Just kidding. That feeling when you're trying to talk to someone and a cat interrupts you. Probably a common feeling. Let's try this again. Castornis feathers? Netherling knows the ways of the Fundu well. Let storm clouds give way to warm sunshine. Say your piece. We need to identify the ether of a lady. She will do as we ask, Sucro. Bring forth the child, Netherlings. Let me look upon her face and know her heart. Soft rains to soothe your heart, little one. Do not be afraid. Bird. Drink of the winds, let thy soul take flight. Bathe in the mists and show me thy light. Come, come, show me thy light. What tempestuous winds rage beneath tranquil clouds? What great spirit dwells within you? Speak plain, Vanu. This is no child, this is... Ah! The Tramontane follows you, Netherlings. You cannot remain here. Be gone from our lands. The what now? Wait, I don't... God's damn it. Ready your blade, Sucro. We've been followed. Over there. Someone's coming. The Vanu Vanu are good. You can learn that dance that they just did in the cutscene by completing all of their tribe quests and stuff. By the way, evidently they've changed the phrase Beast Tribe quest to just Tribe quests, which is a little better. Oh no, my chocolate is running out. I gotta eat more chocolate. Remember to eat a piece of chocolate every 30 minutes. Question mark. Oh, it's more of these temple knights, eh? Hey, there's another Dark Knight here. A bunny. Of some sort. Spawning their own set of knights. I will help. Since they so kindly helped me. I guess Galacats have a tendency to get in the way of quest NPCs. So it really was them. That should be the last of them. I've seen these ones about before. They don't answer the Lord Commander, so I hear. Bastards thought to take us outside the city, away from prying eyes. Don't want to be seen murdering a girl in the streets of the Holy See, do they? Even their staunchest supporters couldn't abide that. Seems our new friend has already abandoned us. Not for it, then. Back to Ishgard we go. Come along, Riel. Okay, that's quite far away. It's probably not worth it to go get that etherite right now. Probably. Let's go back to Ishgard and report to Sidurgu. Well, hello. It's Erika. Aw. Simultaneous hug action. Hello. This happens every time I run into Rika in the game. Basically. Okay, I need to go talk to Sid, though. Sid 2, Dark Knight Edition. Which is over here somewhere, probably. Using the stairs is silly. Oh hey, Tataru. You know, I think waiting tables rather suits me. I get to meet all sorts of interesting people, and to top it all off, they pay me to do it. Now, don't go getting the wrong idea. This is purely for our benefit. I'm learning all about Ishgard, and all proceeds are going right into the Scion's coffers. I forgot you could go talk to Tataru at this part. That's good. You're not hurt, are you? I trust you no longer dispute the true nature of the Temple Knights. Murderers and thieves who drape themselves in the trappings of righteousness. Do you not see, Sucro? We are all that stands between them and their prey. There is no justice for these monsters save that which we must deliver. I will see them answer for their sins, I swear it. If I have to drown in the abyss to see it done, I will. Sucro, Sid, I wanted to thank you both for protecting me earlier, and apologize for getting you two hurt. Don't be foolish. You've naught to apologize for. In any case, at least we learned something of our enemy's motives. Not that I have the faintest inkling of what the healer meant by Great Spirit. Time to salt the earth! Now you can put some salt on the ground. By the way, this is the pose when you get something in the Heavensward content. When you unlock a class ability, you do that every time. Now we can make an area that makes people sad when they stand in it. This used to be a targeted ability, but now it's just an area around you when you use it, which makes it easier. I wonder if they are going to change Flood of Darkness into an area around you, because it's currently a line, and they've changed other tank AoE stuff into circles to make it more consistent already. Much to the chagrin of cone-likers everywhere. Come back soon. Kindred spirits. Oh, plunge. Your passive is Salted Earth? So a great spirit dwells within Riel, if the shaman is to be believed. We need answers, Sucro, and I can think of no one better to ask than those who commune with spirits regularly. I speak of Gridania's conjurers who can hear the voices of the 12-foot, or so it's said. It's just as well. Frey told me she had an aptitude for their arts. What had taken him moons to learn, she mastered in days. Sometimes these talents run in the family, he said. Mayhap her ancestors were conjurers after a fashion. Whatever the reason, there's no guarantee it's related to what the shaman said, or why the temple knights wish her dead. If past experience is... Wait, meditate is one click now? I don't remember what it did before, Rika. That's powerful seeming. If past experience is any indication, they will be tracking us the moment we leave the city. It's not a question of if they will attack us, but when. Leave it to me, but you will be ready for them, I see. Then let us be off. The road should be safe so far as Camp Dragonhead. Also, this child is just like elf but smaller. This is something they've kind of done with all of the children, or like a lot of the children in this game, is they're just like small versions of the adults, which I guess works well enough. Guess we're going this way. Okay. Someone just bowed courteously to me. Oh geez, the monk meditate thing used to be like 5 weaves. That's a lot. Rika is whispering at me. How much further is it to Gridania? I've never been. They're close. I can feel it. Stay with Riel. I'm going to scout out the road to the observatorium. Follow at a distance. If they come, do whatever it takes to see her safely inside the walls. Nod. Good. That's a promise. Seems like battle is here. Please be safe, Sid. I'm ready, Sucro, whenever you are. Riel the Voiceless. Interesting. You might not see anyone, Riel, but the music tells me that we're gonna get attacked. I'm like 9,000% sure of it. There they are! Summon the others! They found us! Hey! Alright, kid. We gotta run for it. You're not running very quickly. I guess you're a kid. That's fine. Oh no, my 4 stacks of blood weapon. This way, men! After them! Hey, maybe some of them will run through that. No, it'll probably go away first. Surrender the girl! There's no escape! Stay back, all of you! Ah. I feel like they're getting weaker. You are meddling in affairs beyond your ken. Get away from us, I'm warning you. You'll live to regret this. Okay, so some of them retreated. These are the gates, Sucro, just a little farther. I wasn't able to defeat them in time. Maybe. We made it! Thank you, Sucro, thank you! I did it, whatever I did. I mean, I protected a small child. From the cops, I guess. You're not hurt, are you? Sucro, thank the gods you're alright. Ah, I should have known they would strike when we were apart. They're certain to return with reinforcements ere long. We must press on south into Gridanian territory. Till we reach the city proper, we cannot be assured of safety. We leave now, Rio. You can rest once we reach Stillglade Fane. Nod. Well. And then they made it to Gridania without issue, I guess. Cool. Neat. Good job. Good job, team. We did it. I'm doing hand gestures, but you cannot see them. By the way, I guess we're probably still not supposed to be showing our face in Eorzea, but... you know, it's probably fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Ah, Sucro, you'll come to continue your studies. Nope. A great spirit, is it? If it please, I would examine the girl myself. It is the very least I can do for one who's ever been a friend of the Twelveswood. Ah, but where are they? I guess that bit of dialogue was because I did start White Mage stuff a little bit. There they are. Apologies for our late arrival. Riel grew tired and I had to carry her part of the way. I could have kept walking. Our burdens need not be our own, child. There's no shame in sharing the weight. Who's the boy? Ah, I am Brother Isumiyan, master of this guild. And though you will labor to believe it, young man, I am several times your age. You must be Rio. Sucro's told me all about you. Pray come closer and take your ease. I ask that you close your eyes and listen to my words. Nod. Breathe deep. Feel the myriad life around you. Be as one with the world. Well? The Banu shaman spoke true after a fashion. Her spiritual presence belays her years. Lies? It is clearly not the product of training. Rather, an innate power with which she radiates, akin to that of the elementals, or the Dravanians. You can't be serious. She's just a girl. Yes, she is. A very special girl. Mayhap you're familiar with the tale of the boy and the dragon gay? I didn't know this came up in the Dark Knight quest, but people do think this name is hilarious. The boy and the dragon gay. They sure do think it's great. Let's just linger here for a second. No. Hardly surprising. The Archbishop declared it a heretic's tale, and with good cause. It's a corruption of an older legend in which a man partakes of dragon blood, and in doing so, becomes one himself. Rumor has it that such heretics hold such rituals for this very purpose, and if there is truth in such tales... perchance she's ingested the blood of an ancient dragon. What? She's not some half-crazed lunatic! I make no accusations, only offer a possible explanation. Moreover, who is to say that she did so knowingly? You... Excuse me, pray forgive me. I did not mean to cause you distress. You have nothing to fear, my child, for you were in perfect health and blessed with 2 loyal guardians. Would that others could say the same. I think Riel would benefit from a brief respite before returning to Ishgard, unused to the rigors of the road as she is. Why not show her to the Carline Canopy? An eel pie can do wonders for the soul. We thank you for your time. Nod. Such a gentle soul. I can see why he's so fond of her. Very well. Girl may have accidentally a dragon ritual. Or been forced into one, or something. For the record, I know nothing about this part of the Dark Knight questline. I thought these people were standing in line for the Aetheryte for a second. I thought I missed a bit of dialogue here, I guess. Fairy tales and fantasies, that's what he has to offer us? Heretics, I understand, but I expected better from the bloody head of the Conjurers Guild. And you, why didn't you speak up for yourself? Riel! There were no windows. Just walls of stone with little cracks to tempt your fingers, and iron bars colder than ice. I couldn't tell when it was raining, whether it was day or night. She didn't say I drank blood. All she said was, "It's better this way." At least, if they catch me, they'll just kill me this time. Can I finish my apple? Go ahead. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. It's not a sin if someone made you do it. I didn't. I won't let them hurt you. I know. Do you want another one? No, thank you. Right then. Keep an eye on her until she's finished eating, would you? I could do with some fresh air. Nod. That took a turn. Dark Knight quests are all about emotional gut punches, maybe. And then a child not loading. There we are. Thank you for waiting with me, Sucro. Shall we go and find Sid? Do you need a moment? Well, I've had my fill of the forest. Back to Ishgard, then. I think Riel and I can manage on our own for now. Shall we? Nod. Alright then. God, this music. It's very nice. The apples were good, but maybe I should have tried the eel pie after all. That was a blessedly uneventful journey. Mayhap the Temple Knights were still nursing the injuries you gave them. Riel was worried they might try to ambush you on the road, but I assured her that you would be fine. I must apologize, Sucro. For all you've done for us, I fear I've yet to adequately recompense you. I will continue to share with you what skills I can. Alas, I fear we near the limits of my knowledge. Plunge! Now you can do a jump at a guy. The knowledge of the abyss, jumping, but with sword. And we are not yet the level for original sins, apparently. So, here's the thing. This is maybe a little bit of a weird point of the main story progress that we've made to call it. But we did a bunch of Dark Knight stuff. We did this... This has been a... Not quite 3 hours, but pretty close. And I would like to, give my voice a break, because I didn't expect it to be this strained. Also, still need to be careful with my hands and so on. I am probably going to get some lozenges for next time. But that might be the stream for today. Once I go hit this dummy over here with a plunging attack. Ta-da! It's plunge. I did it. Yeah, I gotta try and take care of myself a little bit. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. You can find a variety of links and so on below the stream to support me if you so choose. And, it would also help a lot if you just spread the word. Tell people that you like the stream and all that. That would be very nice. I hope I can stream more often, but I can't guarantee anything. So, I guess we're continuing as Dark Knight, by the way. So until next time, she's a cat, and I'm glad that you were here. Good night, everyone. I have to remember to pull up this stream too. I mean, this screen. Thank you for watching.